Hey, everybody.
I was
My
wondering
button.
you are messing your buttons up bad. That's the
Yeah,
second time you've done that.
yeah. Well, I missed the uh, ad to show. Okay, Fulton. Yes, all my shows are started. I know. Stop. Shut up. Okay. Sorry about that. I have been working on Grillzilla today.
Yeah, I
Getting.
could definitely tell you're out of it because you haven't even done the intro of the show yet. Just going on about the
Yeah.
topic of the show.
Oh, I thought I turned all this down. Why is it still going?
Uh,
Okay.
the technical difficulties never end.
No, it wouldn't be one of my shows without it. I want to well. First, I want to thank Kathy Jackson. Thanks, Kathy, for tuning in. And we got two people, one on the HallowCon online page and one from the Facebook page. We're back on Facebook. What'd you lose? And you're picking on me. Now look what's happened. Ah,
Smokes.
okay.
They were there. If it was a snake, it would have bit me.
Yeah.
What am I gonna say about that?
Uh,
Um, Look, I've had a very busy day today too,
yeah.
so I sympathize um entirely. Uh, oh, where's my phone at? I don't need it. This is what I'll say, because I remember these numbers
Yeah.
very, very distinctly. I had 226 items today to deliver.
Yeah.
Now that's not abnormal, um, but it isn't. It is high. Now, not all of my stops were really heavy though. Just one. One of my stops had 144 pieces.
And you had to count it out in front of them.
I had to scan it in front of them. Yeah.
Oh.
144 pieces. It took 2 trips back and forth from my truck. Or no, 3 trips. 3 trips back and forth from my
Hey,
truck to
Corey.
each of the places that I was going in the hospital to deliver all of it. And on top of that, the total amount of the 140, like the total amount of space the 144 items took up was half of my box truck. My box truck is 16 feet.
Oh, yeah.
My box
Okay.
truck is actually a little longer than yours. You got the smaller, like 14-foot Penske truck.
Yeah.
I've got the 16-foot. The biggest that they make is like 27 feet. Or the biggest one that they ran out, right?
Yeah.
So I've got the next model up from yours, and half of the cargo area went to one location. I didn't get to start on the rest of my route for it was like another like 3 hours. It was 3 hours later before I could 3 hours after I normally leave from that location, I left that location.
Yeah.
Took forever. And so no, I found out what it all was too, Ruth. It was sodium bicarbonate. And now, correct me if I'm wrong. Obviously, I'm not a medical expert, but isn't that just baking soda?
Pretty much. It's also an antacid. And
They ordered like
people,
40 crates of like 40. It was 40 crates of flushes, and then they also had like 40 crates of this sodium bicarbonate. And I'm just sitting there being like, y'all are killing me. Oh, and it was to make matters worse, today was also supply day for that hospital, so they also had like boxes of like Ziploc bags. So it was a very stressful day, and yeah.
Oh, and Corey, I sent you a message. I want to say hi to Two Real Geeks, Danny and his wife down in Orlando, Florida, or the Orlando area.
Mhm.
They've got a great YouTube page highlighting some of the different theme parks down in Florida. Great page, need to tune in to see them. Of course, oh, there is Michaela Jade.
Kayla, yeah. And to answer Kiri Blood Rose's question, yeah, it's the Joe Dog and Skunk show this
Yeah,
week.
yeah, we are a this Kerry. This show is about HallowCon and what we do and everything that goes on, and just basically a tell everybody what a great show that we put on for just $35. If I can find it. Yeah,
I think
pre-reg is $35 on the website, which is hallowcon.com.
yeah,
What
we didn't get a guest for tonight, but the I mean like we just said, we, you know what, we can vamp. We can tell people about HallowCon. We can kill an hour doing that and tell you guys all the wonderful things that I. Which reminds me, actually, I got some crazy to tell you, Joe.
Okay.
I was at
After the
Walmart.
show?
No, I
Oh,
was at Walmart. I'll tell you right now, it's funny. You'll like it. It'll put a smile on your face. I was at Walmart, and you know the Walmart radio, the place,
yeah,
over the PA.
yeah,
They were playing the song "High Hopes" by Panic at the Disco,
yeah.
which has the line, um, I think it was something couldn't make a killing, right?
Yeah,
Talking about how, like, you could make any money, because he was still a struggling musician, and that's what the song is about, when he was a struggling musician, right? And Walmart radio censored the word killing.
hmm.
I don't think that's not what that word means in that context, but okay, Walmart radio, you do you.
Yeah. Corey, check your Facebook Messenger,
Yeah,
and
Kayla, you had a lot of fun last year. I hope you come back and have a lot of fun this year. It's gonna be. I could say this. It's gonna be better. It's gonna be better this year than it was last year for sure.
oh yeah, we're a lot of improvements. There is an I'm Ruth's going to kill me, but there is an item added to the menu for Friday night.
He's so happy about this. He
Yeah,
told me about this. I wasn't able to make the last staff meeting because I had a gig. But he like literally the first thing he told me when we started the call.
yeah. Um, with the improvements of Grillzilla, we will actually have bacon for the hamburgers Friday night. Bacon cheeseburgers.
Now, he does not realize. You do not realize the Pandora's box that you were going to open. You don't know the lament configuration that you have just solved, or you don't know what hell you have wrought by bringing free bacon to a science fiction and fantasy convention. There could be a bunch of nerds who love bacon. They can't get enough of the stuff.
But the
They
thing
have
is,
shirts that say "I love bacon." You are not going to have enough bacon. You're just not going to have enough bacon. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to have enough bacon. You're going to run out of bacon. You're going to run out of bacon, and
now,
you're going to have a bunch of very upset people.
well, Ruth is going to be in charge of how much bacon each person gets.
You cannot, no. You can't do that to those poor people.
You get 2 pieces of bacon for your sandwich on Friday, on Sat or
That's
Friday
not,
night.
I'm sorry. If you've never ordered a bacon cheeseburger before, get at least 4 pieces.
No, no.
Yeah, I agree with Two Real Geeks right there. You can't limit bacon. I'm not even that big of a fan of bacon. I'm not. But I know how much nerds love bacon. You can't limit bacon. You have to have you somehow have to get an infinite supply of bacon.
We will do it.
I
Trust me.
believe you. I believe in you.
Oh, look who's here from the Spooky Dudes podcast. Need to tilt your camera up just a little bit, sir. There we go. Yeah, now we're not just looking at that fabulous mustache and beard. It
Hey.
is Corey, Frank and Corey from FrankenCon. Now, Corey, you've been a guest at HallowCon. You've done programming before.
Yeah.
And you're actually running a convention now.
Yeah. Some glutton for punishment. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. I can't hear myself in my cans for some reason. So I don't know what happened to my mic or my webcam. There we go. It's better. Yeah, man. We started doing FrankenCon last year, and we had so much fun. We decided to do it again. So let's see how it goes.
Oh, yeah. Now, did you learn anything from HallowCon to run FrankenCon?
Yes. One of the things, I mean, just sitting with you at Chattacon and talking when we were running the booth side by side before the great COVIDing part 2. Yeah, just it's a community thing, man. It's all about community. That's like if your convention is based around a group of people and a community, that's going to be successful. Whether it's financially out of this world or it's doesn't do so hot in that regard. It's all about the community. So that's really what I've picked up from all the cons I've been to, like yours and Chattacon, really.
Oh, and I got somebody messaging me I'm dealing with. But yeah, now what is your favorite part of HallowCon, Corey?
Just hanging out for one thing, but I mean the food's been good. The drinks are great. I mean, you name it. Just feels like you're gonna make new friends. You're gonna bump into some old friends. If you go to cons around here, you're gonna find your tribe.
Oh, so yeah.
That's my favorite thing, man.
But yeah, we that's what we're trying. And at the price that we offer, you can't get that anywhere else.
No.
Even our hotel room rates are fantastic.
Oh yeah. It's in the same venue, right? The
Dalton, the Conner Lodge.
Okay. Because you guys did a 1 year in the La Quinta up here in Eastridge, right? And that place was not awesome.
No.
I mean, that was forever ago.
Yeah, that was. I didn't make it to that one. The first one I went to, Dutch was still running stuff.
Yeah. Ruth asked, "What's hotel rate again?" It's $75 a night.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
And here you go. I'm gonna scroll that across the bottom. Keep that going. But to get your badges, you need to go to HallowCon.com. I think it's up here somewhere. Yeah, right there. www.hallowcon.com.
Tell this unprofessional guy to join your stream, and he's just sitting there playing with his camera and his mic. What a bum.
I can't believe that you don't have that set up to where you can just jump in the seat.
I did. I thought I did. I don't know what happened. The mic I unplugged because I work here too, so
yeah,
I don't want this big thing in front of my face when I'm talking to work people. But when I do my real job, you know.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Corey, I do appreciate it. Plus, you've given us some great program. You even did some programming for the virtual HallowCon.
Yeah, yeah. We did that. We did the Friday the 13th look at kind of like a snippet of all the films and discussing it. I drank way too much beer while we were doing it. It was virtual, but I still had my own little con suite going. Had to get up at some point in the discussion, walk away. It was fun though.
Uh, but yeah, that was good. And believe it or not, it is still up. If you go to the YouTube online HallowCon page, your your panel is still up. If you want to link it, use it, link to somewhere or whatever.
I think I have. I shared it out to a bunch of people. It seemed, people dug it. You know, no, not everybody's into slashers, but
Skunk is. Look at that smile.
children of the '80s. Am I right?
If you look over my shoulder, I mean, you can see I've got a Final Destination 3 poster back there.
I love
and
that.
I've got Frightflix cards. I got Frightflix cards tacked up on the wall too, everywhere.
Oh, that's awesome. That's the one with the roller coaster, right?
Yep.
I love that one.
My pride and joy is over there in the corner. I still need to get a frame for it, but I have a Nightmare on Elm Street 5 poster. I need to put up.
I got one of the
I have the home video poster. I don't have the movie theater poster. I'd rather have the movie theater poster, but the home video, I'll take what I can get.
Mine's a reproduction, but it's okay. So here's where I get mixed up with Nightmare on Elm Street. Which one has Super Freddy? Is that
5? That's part 5.
Okay, so that guy that played Super Freddy is the same guy from the remake of The Hills Have Eyes that plays like the really big bald mutant that's just like slamming through the walls and stuff. His name escapes me. I'll think of it in a moment.
It's Michael something, if I remember correctly.
He's a sweetheart.
Oh, he seems like the nicest guy ever. When he did the Never Sleep Again, the Elm Street Legacy documentary, I mean, he was just talking about his experience at the film and just how excited he was and how much fun. And then he has this great anecdote about where they came up to him and they were just like, Michael Bailey Smith, that's his name.
That's it. Yep.
Michael Bailey Smith. They said, Mr. Smith, would you mind doing a love scene in the film? And he was like, as Super Freddy? Because they were having him body double for Danny Hassel at the very beginning of the film when Alice and Dan, the couple, are making the titular dream child. Nightmare 5 is my favorite movie of all time, if you can't tell. I love that movie so much.
It's awesome, man. I ended up getting him to. I don't even have it. You said you had the video poster. Mine's like an 11x17 repro that he had at his table, and I was just like, I'm gonna get him to sign that.
Yeah, the theater poster, the one with the oh god, I cannot remember the guy who did the artwork. He's a very famous artist who did it. He did all of the Nightmare on Elm Street posters except he did the first 5 films. So he was the guy who did the original all the way through. And he did that they ended up having to airbrush it over his work, which was messed up. But because the original poster had Freddy holding an orb that contained a fetus, and they were like, you can't put that in a theater. So they airbrushed over it with the nightmare pram, the little baby carriage from hell. And then but the one I have is the VHS cover from the video stores, which is Freddy standing next to said pram and doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's literally the same artwork they used on the VHS tape. I still love it. I mean, it's gonna go right next to my other movie poster that I own. The only other full size actual movie poster I own. Also, a VHS video store poster for Full Moon's Arcade. The only other one that I own.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, have you heard Charles Band's podcast? He's got a new podcast.
No.
I love it. It's on YouTube as well. He does it video and does the audio only as well. His first guest was John Carpenter.
I cannot imagine Charles Band being able to put something that he has done on YouTube, considering how much that man loves breasts. He can't get enough of them. He's such a horn dog.
He talks about them a lot, but the shows, I mean, other than some language, it's PG-13.
All right, I gotcha. That would be shocking.
Yeah.
No, it's horror. That's one of the reasons why I love HallowCon so much, is because you're in that. It's not just the fact that it's a science fiction fantasy convention, and I love sci-fi cons, but it's also the fact that it takes place on Halloween weekend. It's a Halloween convention, so we are very much stooped in the Halloween culture when you're there. A good chunk of which is horror. And so I'm always like, every time you're there, like everybody's on that same kick, the horror kick, and that was my time to shine, because it's
Yeah.
Speaking of which, by the way, Audrey from Knox Video and Printing and Scrubhouse Video Club says hi.
Yeah. Hey, see you soon. I go up there a lot more now because of the Frankencon stuff.
Yeah.
And Dan Darden asked, is Matthew Peak the artist?
Yes.
I think Michaela's mad at me because we didn't invite her onto the show. Well, Skunk, when did we have enough time to invite anybody?
I was just brushing my teeth when I got the IM. I was like, oh, run upstairs.
Oh, but yeah, we just.
I'll say this about HallowCon as well. I've taken my kids, and it's some cons, I don't think have quite the family friendly atmosphere. I think I had no problems letting my kid run around and hang out, and everybody loved him dressing up in his costume. That was Bear. He's 8 now. He's not as little. That's when I only had one kid.
Skunk, can you believe Bear is now 8?
I can't believe a lot of the people that the kids that I first met at cons and how much they've grown up. It was really, this was years ago too, so he's even older now. But what's his name? Derek's kid went to a furry convention in Knoxville, and I was like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "Oh, I just came to hang out." I was like, and it was like, where's your dad? And he's like, "I came by myself. I'm 18." And I'm like, oh my God, you're 18. That's like, I just put 2 and 2 together and realized I've known you for over a decade.
A blink of an eye.
I'm really going to blow your mind, Skunk. A wrestler who passed away here recently, or within the past year or so. Oh, it's been about 2 years now. That has a little redheaded daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She's coming to HallowCon at 18. She'll be 18.
She is she's an amazing artist. So that's going to be a great opportunity for since we have so many authors that are there.
Yeah,
great opportunity to commission some artwork from her, because she's cool. That's awesome, man. I was actually, I think this Saturday with our show, I believe it's this Saturday. We're doing our anniversary show at TWE. And I think we're going to do the same thing that we did last year, which is to have a memorial battle royal for Drew.
Okay.
So we did
I
it
wasn't.
last year
Yeah.
too.
I wasn't going
Um,
to mention any names, but yeah.
oh, I'm not going to mention I'm not going to mention his real
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
I'll mention his wrestling name, but yeah, no, we're gonna have a memorial. We should have the memorial battle royal again for him, which means she'll probably be there too. So
Yeah.
that'll be nice to get to see her. Yeah, she's cool. That reminds me, I need to tomorrow when I go to the hospital, I need to swing by and see if his memorial is still up. Because I heard that the cafeteria at the hospital that he worked at, they had a little memorial to him from after he
Yeah.
passed away, right? They changed contracts. They have a different company there now. So
Yeah.
they were remodeling the cafeteria. And I'm like, they took down that memorial. Oh, there's going to be hell to pay. I will cause some trouble.
But
And
yeah,
Drew was a good dude.
Corey, we would love to have you come back to HallowCon.
Oh, absolutely, man.
And set up, pass out some FrankenCon flyers.
Yeah, sure. That'd be awesome.
I can say that I know that this show. This is what I'm going to say. I know that this show is all about HallowCon.
Yeah.
Let's switch gears just slightly. I mean, Audrey told me how awesome FrankenCon was and how great it was and how awesome it was to meet you and stuff. So I could say that knowing our crowd, it's going to be a great opportunity to get some people involved with FrankenCon as well, because if they love HallowCon, they're going to love FrankenCon. I tell Audrey all the time that they need to come down to enjoy HallowCon one of these days, because it's right up their alley. They're gonna have a fantastic time. I have a fantastic time every year that I go, and I think that they would too. But every time it rolls around, it's like, well, I've got something else going on here in Knoxville, because it's Knoxville. There's always something going on.
There's nothing like it. You can't. I don't know a convention that happens anywhere outside of Chattanooga, the Chattanooga area, that has even a similar vibe. I can't think of a single one. They're all different, but
yeah,
it's a homey kind of feel, man. It's hard to explain.
It's Southern fandom. It's a Southern old school Southern fandom convention where it's all about, we're all getting together and we're just enjoying each other's company. It isn't about, yes, there are vendors there. Yes, we do have pros that are there that are going to be selling their wares, or, and advertising their stuff. But it's not about that. That is an ancillary, or rather an auxiliary to the convention itself. Everybody goes there for the camaraderie, for the brother and sisterhood of and just the familia of being part of the convention. And that's something that the cons in this local area, a lot of the cons in this local area, do. And it's what got me going to the sci-fi cons. I don't mind expos. I don't mind them. And you can have a great time at an expo, but expos are very much like, this is a business venture. This is designed to, you're coming in here and hanging out and being part of these events, but it's mostly to sell stuff. People are getting, it's mostly tables of people selling stuff, and that's fine. I enjoy that. I had a pretty good time when I went to CreepyCon a year or two ago, and that was fantastic. It was still at Expo. I've had a great time at Fanboy Expo and other expos that I've been to. And in fact, we've even run a couple of expos in the past. We had fantastic times with them. But what makes cons like HallowCon differently is that we're not about it's not about that. It's about the camaraderie, the hanging out, the talking with people. It's just a big 3-day party, and that's what's the expos. You know, at the 8:00, we're closing everything down. Everybody's got to go. You know, you got to go home because it's 8:00 and they're shutting everything down. Whereas with our style of convention, it's like it's 8:00. The party is just now getting started.
Yeah,
We're going to go until 2, 3 a.m. And then, you know, it's one of those like, I mean, you know, you can't sleep here, but, you know, if you're going to stay up all night, I mean, so are a bunch of other people. Have fun, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, there have been people who sat out on the patio till the sun came up
Mm-hmm.
in a
I've done it.
conversation.
I've done it plenty of times. There have been moments, not just at HallowCon, but at other conventions, where just sitting out on the patio, smoking cigarettes, talking with somebody, and the next thing we know, there's that bright orb that's in the sky, and we're like, what time is it? I didn't realize that thing was going to be here so soon. It's 7 a.m. 2 seconds ago, it felt like 3. You know.
Yeah. Now, Corey, FrankenCon's not having a conflict with any other conventions this year, are they?
We moved to our date to June. So the only, I mean, I say move, but we scheduled it in June. June 9th and
9th
10th.
through 10th.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're doing
So
2 days.
you're not going to conflict with Liberty?
I don't think so. I think they're 2 weeks after us.
Okay.
I can check.
I think I reached out to them because I really, you know, I'm not a fan of trying to
Bump heads?
bump heads. I want everybody to be able to make it to whatever they want to go to, you know.
Actually, that's, you know what, you actually have the perfect date for that, though, 9th and 10th, right? They're the 23rd to the 25th, so they're going to be like 2 weeks later.
Perfect. Yeah. And we're doing the thing the night before. We're doing something a little different. Like the Thursday night, so the 8th, we're having Joe Bob Briggs do his How Rednecks Saved Hollywood show. And then the con itself is the 9th and 10th. We're only doing 2 days. I don't know. Sundays are kind of a bummer at some of the cons. So I think I can only do 2 days, or I'll just pass out, and I may fall asleep in one of those chairs you guys talked about earlier. Watch the sun go up.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you know what I've been going through.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, it was you I reached out to quite a bit when we were first working on the first one, and you know, the support is always appreciated. If for nothing else, just you kept me sane, I believe.
Now tell me, was that right? When you asked, you know, about, you know, that I said you're not going to have enough staff.
You were right. Yeah, absolutely. We had people like dip out the week of, like multiple people. So, you know, we're gonna double book staff for the next one, and just hopefully that'll be enough. We'll see.
I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and preface this with the disclaimer that I'm not saying I'm going to volunteer for staff. I'm going to go ahead and say that. I will say, however, that I mean, I got such I love you guys anyway, but I got such a glowing review from Audrey for CreepyCon that I'm definitely it's my next year. I'm planning on going. So
awesome, yeah. I think you'd have a good time. It's, you know, it's kind of, you know, we have a bunch of guests and things like that, and we do have vendors and all that, but we like having it in the hotel. You know, the hotel space is awesome. I at some point we may have to expand to like a convention center. I don't know. I don't look forward to that though, because I just like the chill kind of atmosphere. You know, it's just hanging out, that kind of vibe. But yeah, thank you for the kind words, and you know, I appreciate it. You never know how it's going to go until the day of, and then if people are smiling, that's usually good. And if people are wanting to kick your ass and take, get their money back, that's not so good.
Oh, the yeah, save me a table space. I definitely want to.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
I'm sure. I'm
I
sure.
told you we were coming this year, and
Yeah,
somehow I thought you were a week after that other convention, and
it was the same weekend. Yeah,
yeah, I didn't realize y'all were bumping heads,
yeah,
or I would have done something different.
yeah. It's all good. Yeah, we can figure it out for the second one. That happened. I mean, we had a couple people. Um, you're going to lose a couple vendors or a couple table swaps here and there. It's the nature of the beast, man.
Yeah, I just feel bad. I told you I was going to be there.
It's all good. It's all good. I didn't say a single dirty thing about you.
Uh,
Where's Joe Dog?
I bet he's down there at that big overpriced convention.
I did keep messing up. I kept, Joe Bob Briggs was one of our main guests at the first
Yeah.
one. He's coming back for the second one, but I did keep I didn't say this to his face, but I would keep talking about him. I'd say, yeah, Joe Dog and Darcy. I was like, wait a minute. Nope. Joe Bob and Darcy. And I was leading a pet that this. Okay. So I was as nervous about us failing as I was about leading a panel with Joe Bob and Darcy at the end of the night. And so I was nervous as hell. If you can find, there's a video somebody recorded, a friend of mine recorded from the front row, and you can see I have my legs crossed and my ankle is just hanging over my leg, just doing this, just one foot, just bouncing like crazy because I was so nervous. I mean, I think I did okay, but I was just like, I'm as worried about screwing this up with the audience and with Joe Bob as I am botching this entire convention and going way in the hole for money. So. But it turned out great. It was fun.
Now, let me ask you this as a director of a convention.
Sure.
Did you have the nightmares?
No.
Oh, they're coming. They're coming.
It wasn't. I honestly had very little trouble sleeping. I started reading Stephen King.
Yeah.
Like the last couple months before it, and I've never been a big reader. Like I've just never been a big reader. But I got a Kindle, and you can read that in the dark without bothering your partner, right? So my wife can be sawing logs over here, and I can be reading Salem's Lot, which is actually what I'm reading right now. And I would just lay there in bed and read like a chapter or two at night. I just go sleep, sweet dreams, no nightmares. But when I was awake, I was like, oh God, we're messing up. What's going on?
No, you'll get the dreams of, okay, where is the guest?
Yeah.
Hotels called and canceled the contract the day of the show. Of course, you remember that story. That actually happened.
Now, did that happen?
That happened at a film festival.
Oh God, dude. Yeah. So that we talked about this a little bit, I think at Chattacon when we were sitting there together. So someone I did an interview with that guy that was running that thing. And I felt bad because, during the interview I was kind of like, it was Eric and I were interviewing him, and I kind of, Eric and I were like kind of, whisper chatting on the side. And I was like, I think this thing is going to be a real problem. Like, I don't think this is going to go well, and sure enough,
it made national news.
I feel bad because, like he had some great guests there, and I really wanted that thing to succeed, but Icarus flew too close to the sun and it didn't go well.
No,
you got to have all that stuff taken care of, man. gotta have a budget. You gotta have a plan to get these people around and everything. It's a lot of moving parts.
Exactly.
And I really quick just to shout out to my partners Richard and Matt. Like I couldn't do. There's no way I could do half of this stuff by myself. Like it's a real team
Oh,
collaborative effort.
it's not a one person show. I'm going to tell you right now.
Mhm.
Chris Walker is all the work Chris does with the hotels and all that,
Mhm.
uh, room assignments, keeping me reminded. Skunk is a damn good help. Uh, it, Trust me, there a lot of stuff wouldn't happen without Skunk. A
Oh
lot of
yeah.
stuff wouldn't happen without Chris. And with Ruth here in the room, Ruth pulled off miracles last year with food. Absolutely brought probably one of the best cooks we've ever had.
Oh, that's cool.
And she's coming back this year. Plus, Skunk, we're bringing Lewis in. Lewis is back up for Megan on the grill.
Ah, okay.
So we've got two grill masters going.
That's awesome. I mean, it takes a village, man. Like
Oh, yeah.
and volunteers and like my sister's our volunteer coordinator. If she hadn't done everything she did, like I don't know what the hell we would have done, man. Because you can't focus on everything. There's just no way to focus on everything at once.
And, if you got some good staff you could recommend to come down, we would gladly appreciate them.
Sure, I'll put out. We've got a Facebook group. I'll put a little beacon in there and see if anybody's interested. A lot of our people come down from like Kentucky.
Yeah.
Apparently, we're really. Joe Bob was asking like everybody who came through where they were from, and they were all north of Knoxville, just about. Like nobody came from Chattanooga. I mean, a couple people did, but by and large, it was a lot of Kentucky, North Carolina, stuff like that.
Do you
Yeah,
mind? Do you
yeah. Go
mind
ahead.
telling your numbers? How many showed up?
No, I don't mind. I mean, we're thinking somewhere in the 500 to 600 ballpark.
Okay.
We don't have unfortunately we don't have a perfect tally. It became kind of hard to keep up with.
Hey, for a first year show, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. That's what we were thinking. That's the thing, man. At the end of the day, it sort of didn't matter because people were happy. Like that's the biggest fear now is like, is somebody gonna walk up and be like, this is the worst thing I've ever been to. You ruined my Saturday. Like, it's not, oh, we spent too much on the green room for the celebrities or whatever. It's,
Well, our green for the celebrities, we don't have one.
but you guys have this epic con suite that you just, you don't even have to go get lunch anywhere. You're taken care of. And, it's always, when I've been, enjoyed the food, enjoyed all the refreshments.
Especially the late nights.
That's very unique. I know a couple of cons with the kegs, but I don't know any con that special drinks at what's the time, like 8 or I
8,
can't remember. Yeah,
8 to 2.
no, I don't know anywhere else that does that.
Well, LibertyCon does.
See, I haven't been to Liberty Con yet. I've talked to them.
They do, but they have theirs and all that. I thought Michaela was going to come in. She must have been mad at me because I didn't invite her.
I'm sorry,
Well,
Michaela.
Yeah, well, Skunk, go ahead and say how much time we had to pull this show together.
It was about 10 minutes. Joe forgot that
It was Tuesday. Right. Yeah. I was out working on the grill.
Good night, Ruth. Sleep well. Good to see you.
Yeah. And Skunk, I will be starting tomorrow on the new light bar.
Yeah.
So that should be fun. Oh. But yeah, it's actually going to sit up in the hole. It's not going to hang down like it has,
Interesting.
which will probably not light up the sides as much.
Probably not.
Which is what we need.
Just checking out the website for HallowCon. This is the 20th anniversary.
Yes,
Oh, that's wild. That's awesome. Congratulations.
that's, of course, Dutch ran it for, I think, well, this is my 5th years. Dutch ran it for 15, and then, I've squeaked another 5 out of it. I'd like to pull another 10 out of it.
You can do it. Got a lot of great supporters and a really awesome team of people that have a passion for this thing. I see it going, staying on track.
Yeah, and
for at least a decade.
Yeah, and you remember the grills? What Grillzilla looked like?
I do not.
Where we cooked all the food.
I probably drank too much to remember
it.
I'm a lightweight now. I hardly ever drink now, but back then I.
Let me hold my hand up. Me too. And then somebody in here is a teetotaler.
Yeah. Well, actually, but we prefer the term. I would think that my group of particular people would prefer the term sober.
Yeah.
That's
even Rob has quit. Okay. I guess that happens when you get old.
It wasn't that I got old. It was that I just don't want to be that person anymore, I guess.
Cool.
That's a mature decision. Like you have insight. You can look inward, and you know what I'm saying. That takes a lot of discipline and maturity.
But Rob, I'm going to ask you again. You're going to try to at least come hang out with us at HallowCon this year, right?
Rob did some art for me at the first HallowCon I went to.
Oh yeah, Rob is a fantastic artist.
He did a Daredevil sketch. I have a sketchbook, and I just get different artists to do Daredevil from Marvel Comics, and he did an awesome Daredevil for me.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Oh, well, we are right at getting up on the end. So this tells you Corey, this tells you how open and welcoming HallowCon is to everybody. Plug your show for a minute. Or you got 5 minutes to talk about everything you got coming up on FrankenCon episode 2, or what do y'all call it?
Bride of FrankenCon.
Bride of FrankenCon. All right.
The sequel.
Well, there we go.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm solo act. Hello, everybody. You can see my Funko Pops over here now.
Let me go ahead and pull that banner down because this is for FrankenCon and not HallowCon.
Oh, sure.
So plug away.
So we're kind of early now, but June 9th and 10th of 2023, we'll be at the Knoxville Hilton Airport, or Knoxville Airport Hilton, I think is what they actually call it. It's basically a really nice hotel that's attached to the McGee Tyson Airport. can't miss it. So far, we have announced Joe Bob Briggs and Darcy the Mail Girl are coming back. I'm trying to think of what we have announced because I can't. There's a lot of stuff I can't spoil right now, but we're gonna have several guests. I actually got one of the guys, Carl Gabriel York. He was in the Cannibal Holocaust film, which is like, I mean, basically the first found footage movie, and it's one of the most controversial movies of all time. He's going to be there signing. We've got. Has everybody seen Deliverance?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, who hasn't?
So, Banjo Billy, the kid that played the banjo, we're going to have him.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be there signing. I hope I could announce him. But anyway, yeah, lots of vendors. We've got, I don't want to say double the amount of space we had last time, but we basically got just about all of the space in the hotel for convention. So we have expanded a little bit. But yeah, it's going to be a good time. June 9th and 10th. Tickets are actually not on sale right now. We sold out of our super VIP really quickly. But those tickets will go on sale. What is today? The 23rd?
Second. It is
It's 23rd.
23rd. Yes, sir.
I think we're going to start selling general admission and VIP September 1st. So frankencontn.com for everything. And then all the socials were on there too. But yeah, frankencontn.com. I appreciate you guys letting me shine a light on it.
Yeah. Well, now just remember us when it comes.
Yeah. I love HallowCon. You'd be hard pressed to find a convention I don't like or
Yeah.
you know, but HallowCon's got a special place in my heart.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would love for you to drag your partners down. Let me show them how to throw a convention.
Yeah, I'll talk to them. I've had HallowCon on my calendar for, well, since you told me the dates.
Yeah.
Months ago. So and it's on there. My wedding anniversary, my 11th anniversary. Better have that right. Is on the 28th. So the opening night of HallowCon.
Oh well, hey, you know you've been to HallowCon. I throw surprises for wedding anniversary.
Oh no, I shouldn't say that. That's true. I've seen it happen more than
How many roses? How many roses this year?
Oh man.
Oh no. Our anniversary is on Monday.
Yeah, but you know.
You actually got married on Halloween?
Yes.
Oh wow, okay. That's awesome. Halloween on a Monday though, that's kind of a bummer.
Yeah. Well, we sort of ran away and planned on the next Saturday.
That's cool. We did the 28th because I think it was I think it was a Friday. I don't remember. We just like had a backyard wedding ceremony and it was all Halloween themed. Like I'll have to send you the video. We got a YouTube video of all the, had the Halloween theme played as people marched out and was that the Alfred Hitchcock Presents song, the
marionette.
Yeah.
Is it Dance of the Marionettes? March of the Marionettes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That yeah. It was all in the spirit of the season, so Halloween
Well,
special.
if you actually played the actual Halloween theme while people came in, you could just put on side A of Tubular Bells and just let it play.
Oh yeah. That's true. I can't remember all the songs. I know Halloween and the marionette song, yeah, for sure.
But there's so many.
Yeah.
As somebody who's a music, I'm not just a big fan of horror films, but I'm a music guy too. Oh, yeah. So I get really into I have to have the soundtracks and everything. I have so many film soundtracks. Of course, as soon as it was announced, I had to buy the box set Nightmare on Elm Street with all of the additional songs that were never before released that were from the original master tapes. Like, I had to buy it. I had to buy it immediately, even though I knew that like within 24 hours of it being released, it was going to be available for download on literally any website. You know, it was going to be all over. But no, I had to have the actual physical copy so I could listen to it immediately. And I mean, there are so many classic horror songs. There's Hello Zep from Saw. Of course, like I was saying, the Nightmare on Elm Street theme. I mean, that's a classic.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got, I mean, Friday the 13th doesn't really have a standard theme that is in every movie, but it does have a feeling when you hear a Friday the 13th song, like one of the ones that Manfredi did for the series. You know it. You know that that's Friday the 13th. That's a Friday the 13th song. We were talking about Full Moon earlier. Toulon's Waltz from Puppet Master. You've got Psycho, the classic Psycho theme.
Oh yeah, Bernard Herrmann.
Not the and everybody of course thinks of the shower scene, the rip, rip, rip. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the very beginning during the opening credits. The one that speaking of band, Charles Band's brother Richard ripped that off for Reanimator.
Oh yeah,
kind of discoed it up.
Yeah, I love it.
But yeah, there's just so many good horror themes you could use. And then you could, if you really want to quote Terminator 2, if you really want to shine them on, you could go way outside of the box and bring up some of the stuff that a lot of people don't think of. You got, to get that nostalgia factor in there. Stuff like Return of the Living Dead, video games as well. There's tons of horror video games out there. You play something from Silent Hill or Resident Evil, and that will get people's attention as well. What? I haven't heard this song in 20 years, man.
Oh yeah, love that stuff, man.
Yeah. Actually, I've been really into this video game called Cruelty Squad lately, and it has the most amazing soundtrack because the soundtrack sounds like somebody just mashing, like just taking their whole hand and just mashing on a Casio keyboard, right? And running it through all sorts of post-processing effects and guitar pedals and stuff like that. I mean, it just sounds disturbing. Like it feels like it's totally random. And then the more you listen to it, the more you realize, oh no, there's structure here. They did this on purpose. Everything that they do in this game is on purpose. It's purposely made bad. It's the idea of the fried chicken and peanut butter sandwich,
Yeah,
with banana, the classic Elvis. You thinking that doesn't seem like those two things go together. Those three things go together. Now, it meshes beautifully, but the soundtrack is just a special, like, because you're listening to it going like, this just sounds like random notes, and then you're sitting there going, no, wait, no, there's a pattern. It's definitely in a key. It's just the way that it sounds. And the perfect example of that being that somebody did a cover of the main theme from the game, and it just sounded like, this sounds like Def Leppard. Like, this is amazing. Like, it's literally the same notes. It's just, instead of being played through like I said, like a distorted, like 80s synthesizer keyboard, they were playing it on a guitar. So it's something that's just, I don't know. I love horror movie soundtracks. I anything that's like that diegetic music, I just love listening to it. I can go on. It's another thing I can go on all day about.
All right, guys, it's time to wrap it up. We've done our hour. Thank you, Corey, for jumping in. Thanks for letting us know about FrankenCon.
Sure, thanks for having me.
And I'm just sort of y'all gave me an idea for opening ceremony, so I'm.
Okay. It's like that. It's like that classic comic, Something Positive, right? It's all right. I was the one that gave Joe Dog the idea. I'm the one that has to help him.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. It was you. All right. With that, thank everybody for tuning in. And right now, Chris on replay is going, oh, dear God.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Joe Dog, remember Tuesday.
How about reminding me?
Okay. All right. Next Tuesday, I will remind you, and I'll remind you early. I'll send you a message at like 4:00 in the morning.
That'll work. All right. Thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks for
Corey.
tuning in. And with that, we're going to say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Peace.